Let's see. How did that thing go again? The toes look something like this.
Master, I need some direction.
What can I do for you, Mr. Condor?
I would like to draw a dragon as realistic as yours are, but I have no idea how you do it.
Come on, I've told you this before. It's something I learned from the very first master I studied under, Kuniyoshi Utakawa. To paint realistic images of fighting, go into town every day and find some kind of fracas to observe. Watch the way the hands move, and the way the feet position themselves. Your mind will absorb these things, and over time your work will look real. Observation. It's all about observation.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense when it comes to people and their environments, but sir, what you're painting right now is a dragon. I mean, these things don't even exist. It's not possible to observe monsters of this nature.
Oh, really? I've seen them. Both dragons and monsters. But then again, that was almost 40 years ago.
Congratulations to you, sir.
Congratulations to you, sir.
So, tell me, Master, just what is it that we're supposed to be congratulating?
Beyond Japan's borders exists a paradise of women. But stop with the courtesan speech. It makes me self-conscious.
But, sir, this is the way I've talked since the day that I was born.
That's much better. Now, as for what we're all celebrating, we all know about Ayashi Tokugawa, that he just left for Nikko.
Tokugawa?
Who's that? He can't mean the Lord Shogun.
That's right, the Lord Shogun. It was quite the cavalcade. In order for all these men to cross Konda Bridge from head to tail, it took them an entire day.
So then, just what are we celebrating?
He's going there to pay respects to one of his ancestors, Lord Tosho Daigongen.
And senior counselors Mizuno and Hota, along with the town magistrate Tori and Masakura Abe, all went with him. Which means here in Edo, there's not a single person left in town to enforce the reforms. So if you ask me, that's worth celebrating. Now, wouldn't you all agree?
You may find this hard to believe, but they say he's Master Doaku Kano's #1 student.
He says he's out to observe the world, but he's just a boy, and all he's done is plop himself down right here in Yoshiwara. Hey, you think it'd be okay if I went in the other room? Are you slacking off now? You want to see Courtesan Irrational's parlor, don't you?
There's nothing to worry about. Besides, I want to see who these big officials are who've got you ladies so excited. Just who are they?
No, you don't understand. Master Shuzaburo.
They're not your usual group of gentlemen. Mr. Saizo! You're just so incredibly cute! Forget her, Master Saizo. Look at me! Master Saizo!
Hey, can we go already?
Now that the Shogun is safely on his way to Nikko, we finally get the day off. I see nothing wrong with kicking up our heels a bit. If you're worried about the cost, I'll cover you.
Yes, but you're the most popular one here tonight.
Is that girl Ureshino's apprentice?
Huh? Oh, her. Yes, she has an odd name. It's Oma.
Ha! They're sure having a good time. Too bad not a single one of them is decent enough to hold their head up in public.
Who the hell are you?
Don't upset him.
He works for the police. He comes in for free, claiming he's investigating. That man is shameless.
I am here investigating! I want those Ayashi bastards!
Ayashi?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Come on now. You can tell me.
Tell you what, I don't know anything.
All right. Finish your work here, and then when you're done, I'll pay your tab.
Huh? Really? You've got a deal! It seems among the authorities they're referred to as the Office of Barbarian Knowledge Enforcement. And as far as I can tell, they're not under the control of any particular government office. Their official location is in Kudan, but I suspect their real headquarters is somewhere else.
So what do they do?
Just as their name suggests, they're supposed to crack down on people who study what they call barbarian knowledge. There's even a rumor that Lord Atobe of Noto and Lord Abe of Ise oversee all of them.
Really? But I thought Atobe is the finance magistrate and Abe is the magistrate of shrines and temples. Not only that, but Atobe is Senior Counselor Mizuno's younger brother.
Yeah, I know. That's why I find the rumor kind of hard to believe myself. Now, the guy who heads the Office of Barbarian Knowledge Enforcement is Hozaburo Ogasawara. He was adopted by Lord Mitsugu Ogasawara, a deputy of the Nagasaki Magistrate's Office. He's also a known student of Western Studies.
That's odd. A student of Western Studies hired to crack down on his own peers?
Yeah, I know. There's something fishy going on there. After he was adopted by Ogasawara, he sold his friends out to the town magistrate, Lord Tori, just to save his own skin. At least that's what his friends think. A case in point would be an old teacher of his, Takashima. He was an expert in firearms. And last year, he was sent to prison.
I'm telling you, just leave the little girl to me. It will be over very quickly, and things can go back to normal. Are you sure you want to do this? Remember who your father is?
I accepted that adoption knowing full well who my father is, and I'm grateful to you all. However, I will not allow you to interfere.
Well, nice resolve. However, if things go awry...
If the Barbarian Knowledge Enforcement is closed, then I will accept that fate. I doubt that will cause much of a problem for you, as it's my understanding that the Lord of Kai was against using Ayashis from the very beginning. So you'll have it your way after all.
The one dressed like a woman is Genbatsu Edo. They say he's the head priest of some shrine, and that he's the last descendant of a group of people called acolytes who perform spells disguised as women. But as for who he really is, I have no idea. He also bears a strange resemblance to someone else.
Tokoroten jelly! Fresh jelly! It's delicious!
I'd like some Tokoroten jelly.
Excellent. There's no need for you to come down. Please, just bring out a platter.
You got it.
Do you need soy sauce and vinegar?
What kind of government office hires a street vendor? Pretty bizarre, right? But he's not the only one.
Flea removal! Easy flea removal for your cats! All you gotta do is warm up the wild boar skin like this, and the fleas just move to the pelt. I am one of the mountain people. This is part of our ways.
That's Abi, and he freely identifies himself as one of the mountain people. See, in the hills, you've got the mountain people who live off the mountains. You've also got the ocean people who live off the sea. But the rule is, none of them can live in town without permission from the government.
So if he hasn't been punished for it, then he must be serving in some kind of official capacity.
Regardless, they're both excellent fighters, so I understand why they'd be hired. But that one over there is the one they call Saizo.
She's a girl, right?
Yeah, how'd you know it? Saizo's father is the guy who used to own the Eiraku Theater.
The little playhouse that used to be in the old theater district?
Yeah, and women aren't allowed to be on stage by law. But Saizo's old man was pretty fond of his little girl, so he put her on stage all the time, either dressed like a man or covering her face with a mask. But her old man died when the theater burned. After that, for whatever reason, she moved in with Lord Ogasawara and has been there ever since. Even men who are actors aren't allowed to walk around the city dressed up as women. But this girl goes around dressed like a man all the time.
At first glance, she looks more like a samurai son than I do.
She's been allowed a sword as Ogasawara's retainer. But give that girl 2 swords, and I bet she'd probably buckle from all the weight.
Very strange. Her father passed away and the theater's long gone, so why keep dressing up like a man?
Truth is, I don't really care about those people. What I'm after is that guy over there gulping down the booze. What I'm after is that guy over there gulping down the booze. Yukiyatsu Ryudo.
Is he a samurai?
Supposedly. Rumor is he was once the heir to one of the shogun's vassals, but he was spirited away when he was a kid, and he was never the same after that. He ran away from home, got mixed up with a bad crowd, and then ended up in the bodyguard business. He became close friends with a good-for-nothing local named Shichiji. But it turns out, he may have killed the guy.
This thing's so heavy. For a while there, I didn't think I'd make it. Yukiyatsu, you're gonna get killed one day. Am I now? Why do you always have to go and do something crazy? Messing with gangsters and their bosses is one thing, but you'll even draw against two-sworded samurais. Like that time that you and I went at it in the training hall.
I told you that when I was little, I got spirited away to this bizarre place, remember?
I know. And you said that after that you found it hard to stay on your estate.
Ever since I returned from there, I've been terrified that something might drag me back to that place. I feel like no matter what I do, I'm still gonna disappear. I can't imagine this would make sense to anyone. Not even you.
Always afraid. Always hating this world. You think you're the only one?
Don't do this! I don't want to die!
There, you finally said it. Nobody wants to die. That means you're just like everyone else.
Shichiji. Wherever he went, whatever he did after that is a mystery. All I know is he ended up a vagrant, working in a bathhouse, scooping out hot water for people. After I found out he was a vagrant, he must have thought he couldn't escape. So he joined up with Ogasawara's group.
You mean the barbarian knowledge enforcement? What does he do there?
I have absolutely no idea. I can only imagine that he's utterly useless.
And that Yoi inside me is feeding on your delusions! Now show me your Ayakami! I don't believe it! There's more than one? There we go. This thing's also a foreigner. Yoi! I'm a monster as well! Ogasawara told me everything. He also pointed out, there's a needle in my name too, for dragon. Kumoshichi, what's wrong? Are you hurt?
I don't think I can do it anymore. It's getting pretty hard to keep him under control.
Does that mean it'll revert back?
There's a crazy, powerful Yoi raging around this area. It doesn't help that the Killing Stone is one of Quetzalcoatl's favorite foods. Even though I merged with him to try and keep him under some sort of control.
And merge with me. I'll join with both of you. My name is Ryudo. It means one who guides the dragons.
Realize if you do this, you too could end up as a monster from the other world. Just like me.
A monster, huh? That's why I decided to do this. To fight against the Yoi. I'm sorry for everything I've done, Shichiji. Forgive me.
So, you won't erase it?
No. But I appreciate you going to all this effort.
If someone ignorant of your circumstances sees that, they'll treat you like a vagrant. No one will believe you, even if you tell them you're a samurai.
You seem awfully concerned for him, Saizo.
No, I don't. It could just cause us problems.
I'll be careful and make sure I'm not a problem. All right, I'll take her.
Right, see you there. I haven't had a roll in the hay for quite some time.
You're gross.
Do as you wish. But realize, Ryudo, by keeping that, you are just being sentimental. Not erasing the proof that you were once a vagrant only says to everyone else that you refuse to forget your past.
But I am just a vagrant. And I don't ever want to forget that.
It seems they call themselves Ayashi.
Ayashi. A strange samurai, meaning that their status is not officially recognized. I wonder what the magistrate's offices think about them.
That's another interesting thing. The South Magistrate, Lord Tori, has made no attempt to arrest them. It seems he'd rather just sit back and watch how things unfold. Tori also has 2 men named Honjo and Hanai living at his estate along with some woman. They're seen a lot with the Ayashi, but I don't know why. And I'm not in a position to anger Tori either. So with that said, this is about all a guy in my position can find out. But there's gotta be more.
Well, Tamahe, what do you think their deal is?
Huh? What do you mean, kid?
The Barbarian Knowledge Enforcement. For some reason, they've rounded up this group of misfits, but why? What do they really want?
Monsters.
Huh?
All right, I'm not the one officially saying this, but I heard that there's some kind of huge monster. And I don't know all the details. But whatever it is, the Ayashi are hunting it. It makes no sense at all.
I've seen a monster, so I bet it's true.
Huh?
It was the other day in Nikko, while I was there with my master. But that girl, the apprentice courtesan?
Huh? Nope. The Ayashi are only the 5 I just mentioned.
I'm sorry, but I must get back to Courtesan Areshino's parlor.
I'm guessing. You've got some foreign blood in you, don't you? My first master always used to tell me, if you don't carefully observe your subject, it'll never look real. That's especially true when it comes to drawing women, but I've never seen a woman as beautiful as you.
Is that me?
Kyosai Kawanabe. That's what I'll call myself, when I finally strike out on my own.
This world or that world, there is no difference. Both are the fleeting dreams of the butterfly. But one does like to set their own price. Chapter 14, Butterfly Dance.